Right, looks like it's all stable. Let me just double check on Twitch. Twitch, where are you? Oh, wait, no, yeah, here's my Twitch here. Yep, okay, that looks all good, I think. I'm just gonna assume it's all good. And that ready, and that ready. Alright, hi everyone, it's Gabby. We're back with more Umineko. Because, I mean, I have to finish this sometime in the next 100 years. When we last left off, I think it was all I can remember is that um is that Ben Castell is definitely going to get demonetized on TikTok. Um, but yeah, we're in episode 5. Uh, Beatrice is kind of out of it. The other two witches are still sort of fighting each other instead because they don't want to make the game end. And Battler's just kind of watching because he wants to figure out what the hell is going on with Beatrice. And maybe if he understands her, he'll be able to figure out a way to end this game for good. Or kill her. Either or. What even think the murder in the game within the game? I don't think the murders have actually started yet. It's just that Vern Castell decided to put herself in the game as an avatar of the Furude Erika, not Furude Rika, because that is definitely not her, not the character from Higurashi, character from Umineko, they're completely different. And basically, yeah, she basically solved the epitaph. Unfortunately, she did not tell us the solution. We just know it, but actually, I guess the really big thing is that Battler was there. So Battler has technically solved the epitaph, and so that means Battler has basically become the new successor. We'll see. We'll see. I don't exactly understand how it's gonna work. So let's continue. Simply by the existence of the epitaph in that place, this level of reasoning is possible for Furudo Erika. What do you think, everyone? Father, father, it's Ava. I have an urgent, vital matter to discuss with you. Uh-oh. What is it? You're too noisy. Natsuhi Nissan? Why you and father study at this hour? I told you to be quiet. Have you forgotten that the head values peace and silence more than anything else? Now let the time be saying that. Stop hopping on and open up quickly. Bring father out. The head just went to sleep. I don't know which business you have, but I will deal with it tomorrow. I don't have any business with you. Just open up right now. Hello? It's Natsuhi. It's me. Things are bad. I want you to come down to the parlor quickly. It would seem that Butler-kun and his guest named called Erika solved the witch's epitaph and found the gold. Huh? Is that true? Rudolph and the rest have forced their way in. They're saying Battler-kun will show everyone the way to the hidden gold. Right now, Ava-san is just at the study door yelling at me to open it. But if I do that, she might push her way inside. I understand. I will go there too. Don't worry about Ava. Just stay there and don't do anything. Hello, Moses Gabby's head. You're right. I'll give you a signal once I've got Ava away from the... Yeah, I still don't know whether it's Eva or Ava. Away from the door, so leave as soon as you hear that. Ready? The gold epitaph has been found. It's only natural we should inform Father about this. Or else what? Is there some reason you can't tell Father about this? Father gave strict orders that he not be awakened no matter what after he went to bed. Following those orders is the duty of the head's representative. Isn't that right, Genji-san? Yes. The master's sleep must not be disturbed no matter what happens. Even a rule like that depends on time and circumstances, doesn't it? I mean, the epitaph was solved. Father has a right to know straight away. Of course, the two of us will report everything to the head tomorrow. That's our duty as the head's representatives. I don't care about that. Butler solved the riddle of the epitaph, you say? Yes. Though we had a lot of help from that Erica girl. Butler was the one who reached the answer. Erica has proclaimed that she will abandon her rights to the Golden Land. Therefore, the one who reached the Golden Land is Butler. Fate can be truly amusing to think that Butler-sama would make it there. What will you do, Bito? You promised to stop the ceremony if anyone solved the epitaph's riddle. Really? Oh, yeah, as in like the murder ceremony. Yes, that was the deal. That was the deal, indeed. Apparently, Butler-sama does not intend to become the master of the Golden Land. It now seems that no one will become a master. But it's also fate. It has been several decades since we first manifested in the human world through our bond with Lord Goldsmith. The time since then has been so very fun. Come on, Leah, you sound like an old lady. So what are we gonna do? If we go by Riche and Goldsmith's rules, now the Butler solved the epitaph and decided not to become our master, we've been relieved from duty, right? That's true. I have no regrets at all. I've been prepared to be kicked down into Kaitis all this time. Wait, we can't let that happen. We might not have any regrets, but I will keep on serving Natsuhi. It would be quite irresponsible to let ourselves be relieved from duty just because Butler solved the epitaph. It is forbidden from breaking contracts, but they also must not fail to show gratitude. Your reward is waiting for you. Try to make it through this test unscathed, Natsuhi. Sudden gold jump scare. Think a place like this existed. I can't believe it. That dad. This is incredible. It's the real thing. Damn, Dad, sticking this much gold in such a ridiculous place. Now that we have this much, we no longer have anything to fear. With this, we could overcome any kind of trial. Rosa! Hey-san, we'll be able to find happiness with this, right? Aww. If this world is money, then this gold is the embodiment of happiness. Congratulations, everyone. I pray that this discovery makes all of your lives richer. I take my hat off to you. To think you'd solve the epitaph within a single day of coming to this island. If you couldn't solve it in a single day, then you wouldn't be able to solve it no matter how many days you had. After all, it doesn't take more than an instant for your little grey cells to give you a flash of intuition. Also, I wouldn't have been able to solve this riddle myself. I ask that you praise Butler-sama's achievement as well, everyone. I abandon any right to this discovery. I'm already satisfied to have my reasoning proven correct. So, I'd like to give Butler-san full credit. Butler-san, I may be here, but please continue this discussion as though I wasn't. Butler-san, call all the adults here, making sure none of the cousins would notice. I can only mean one thing. He must have wanted to begin the true family conference with all of you. Erika, quit deciding things on your own. My apologies. In that case, I'll step down as the facilitator of these proceedings. So, who will take my place? None of us have forgotten the deal we made earlier today, right? Yep. Divided between the four of us with 2.5 billion for each. And then, the successor gets another 10 billion. Wait a second. Who decided that the one who discovers the gold becomes the successor? Hold up, you won't be able to get away with that, Nazi-san. We've all been arguing based on the premise this whole time, haven't we? You really think you can pretend it never happened now? That's right. Weren't you the one worrying about how, if one of the servants solved the riddle, they might consider themselves the petty successor? But nowhere is explicitly written that that's the truth, right? You bastard! We were all aware of it, weren't we? That's right, Aniki. You're going to change your position this late in the game. Though it was never stipulated, I believe it was common knowledge between us. I don't see how you can suggest we ignore it completely. You can't just interrupt the head's epitaph, interpret the head's epitaph however you like. Anyway. Yeah, bring father out to us. We won't get anywhere with just you two. Let's begin the real family conference. This is look like something keeping up just because he's tired, yeah. Bring father out now. Our family conference is always like this. How the hell do I know? They're probably always like this on the inside. Looks like they would be able to get this figured out now without Kinzer-san. I think he's been called out to set all his children's fight, even though it's been announced that he only has a short while to live. I wonder how he feels right about now. Imagining that, no, reasoning that out will be a treat. And if you'll excuse me for the night, I imagine I'd get in the way if I remained any longer. Ah, there we go. She's gonna get bribed to. I see. They're going to bribe Erika with gold so she doesn't tell everyone about the gold. I got to see something interesting tonight. It was quite a spectacle, so I'm more than satisfied. You can't go, Badlakin. Please come with us. Yes, yes, you're now a real successor. You've got to have an audience with father and have him acknowledge you right away. Something only the family head may decide. Make things up on your own. Butler, I realize it'll be a pain, but stick with us just a little while longer. Don't say anything. Just stay quiet and keep your head down. Got it? Just do whatever you want. Who wants all that responsibility? Fair enough, I understand what Butler's thinking. Solve the epitaph, just like you wanted. When you were the when you were the game master, we always get those letters. Try and solve the epitaph. If you don't, I'll kill you all. Why did she want to make us solve the riddle of the epitaph? By solving it, we found a mountain of gold. Yippee for us. And what about Beto? Did she gain anything by having us find the gold? Or did she lose something? As far as chessboard thinking tells us, people don't ever make moves that cause them to lose something. That means you must have something to gain by having us solve the epitaph. No, this child has nothing to gain from having someone solve the epitaph. Okay, sure, Virgilia. Tell us the answers, sort of. Are you sure that's okay? Using red like that without a permission? This child most likely wishes for it. In the past, I sometimes guessed that Vito tried to make us solve the epitaph because she wanted to make us find the gold's hiding place for her so she could snatch it away. Is that wrong too? Yes. In the first place, the gold of the Golden Land belongs to this child. She had absolutely no need to make someone find it for her or to snatch it away herself. Of course. Vito is Beatrice the Golden. Isn't she the master of the Golden Land and the Ushiromiya family alchemist? Totally makes sense. However, that makes me even more confused. Even if someone exposed the answer to the epitaph's riddle, Vito has nothing to gain. To the contrary, her own gold might be stolen away. In that case, I'm understanding this less and less. I understand the epitaph murders. Might be revenge against the Ushiromiya family, or else a ceremony to revive her powers as a witch. After all, she's probably doing it because of some reasonable goal of her own. But what's the point of her telling us to solve the epitaph? Whether we solve it or not, she has nothing to gain at all. In other words, the whole issue of whether the epitaph is sold or not is immaterial in Beto's eyes. You're right. Whether the epitaph's riddle is solved or not, its child stands to gain nothing at all. Doesn't matter whether it's solved or not. In other words, could we say that the epitaph's riddle itself is immaterial to Beto? You're right. The epitaph's riddle doesn't have any meaning for this child. So even if you take it to an extreme and call it the epitaph's riddle immaterial, it may not be plausible to argue against your claim. Beto, why are you making us solve the earth? If we liken the witch you are to a pair of scales, the epitaph murders lie on one plate, and the riddle of the epitaph lies on the other plate. After all, she's saying she'll stop the epitaph murders if the epitaph is solved. In other words, the epitaph murders and the epitaph's riddles are worth the same to Beto, like two sides on a balanced scale. That means that both the epitaph's riddle and massacring all the relatives are equally significant from Beto's point of view. Vigilia responded with the red truth. Regardless of whether the epitaph, yes, anyway. If she has nothing to gain, then this riddle is meaningless and immaterial. In that case, how much of the murders worth to her? Think, don't stop thinking. The epitaph murders and solving the riddle of the epitaph have equal worth. As long as the epitaph murders, which beat his goal each time, have this single way that they can be stopped, a way she decided on herself, both are worth the same thing to her. X equals Y, and whether the epitaph's riddle is solved or not, Beto has nothing to gain. Y equals 0. So in this case, what is X? 0, right? That's the idea, but that doesn't... Wait a sec. That means the epitaph murders are also meaningless. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every time she performs these bizarre serial murders, she's willing to spend an incredible amount of effort to politely send advance notice, and then kills us one by one in accordance to the epitaph, never getting exposed. So all of that is meaningless to her? I spun the chessboard around and searched through Bito's moves over and over. This is always the first place I stumble. Significance of the epitaph murders. Why is she killing us in the first place? Why did she have to commit serial murders in a way that reproduces the wish's epitaph? If she wanted to kill the whole Ushiromia family for revenge, it'd be much simpler, safer, and more reliable if she just put poison into their dinner, or else went around killing people one by one in the middle of the night while they were sleeping. However, on the first evening, Vito sent us a letter that sounded like an advance notice, and then carried out a 3-part serial murder with large gaps in between. The 6 people of the first twilight, the 2 people of the second twilight, and the 5 people of the fourth and later twilights. We aren't fools. Once the first murders occur, we barricade ourselves in somewhere to stave off further murders. Furthermore, we quickly suspect a culprit among us, and start analyzing each other's alibis. As the victims increase, the number of suspects decreases automatically, and Bito's chances of successes in this serial murder drop closer and closer to 0. All the epitaph's murders are like she's strangling her own neck, making it harder to succeed in this serial murder she's attempting. All for a useless embellishment, all just for show. She's raising the difficulty of completing her own objective. That does follow. She really is a strange child. Did you know? In mystery novels, they call things like these epitaph murders plotline murders. No, I actually didn't know that. I think you can split the possible motives for plotline murders like this into 3 groups. And what are those? Well, first off, maybe following the epitaph gives rise to misconceptions about evidence and alibis, which might benefit the culprit, right? Like a copycat murder, right? Pretending to be dead and then mixing yourself with the victims would fit this pattern. As with committing murders, you don't actually follow the epitaph, getting yourself an alibi by getting people to incorrectly guess the order of events. I see, yep. However, in our games, the dead are truly down for the count thanks to the red. While she might have confused people in the world of the game board, she can't confuse us up here like that. In other words, the most obvious possible goal for her isn't the real one. Another one is coincidence. The crime just happens to resemble the epitaph without anyone in particular trying to make it do so. And the witnesses mistakenly think it's a plotline murder. Humans try to find cause and effect in everything they see. If we think we know what something is, that's how it looks to us. I see. That's intriguing too. But would that really work? In this child's game, advance notice of the crime is always given before the murders of the first twilight. Yep. Yeah, that's right. It isn't coincidence. From the very beginning, Bito's been advancing with the goal of making this look like a series of epitaph murders. We weren't mistaken about that. These are clear plotline murders, so this motive, or lack of motive, doesn't work either. In that case, there's only one motive left, right? The last one is because they want to show someone something. More specifically, fear. By following the epitaph, she gives the others clear notice in advance that the murders will continue. The survivors are in constant fear of the murders, which they're certain will continue. In other words, this child performed these epitaph murders to make someone feel the fear of death. Or at least that'd explain things pretty well. The grotesque mutilation of corpses and the dark decorations were all a show to terrify us. To terrify whom? Huh? Well, like I said, us. After hearing that one line Virgilia spoke so casually, my thoughts clouded over once again. Is it really sufficient to use the vague word us? There are many humans in the Ushiromia family. There's the head and the one who holds the rank of successor, grandfather and Uncle Kraus. Even if the culprit hates all of us, there should be clear differences in how much they hate some of us compared to others. So it should be possible to pick out people among us that the culprit especially wants to terrorize or have revenge against. In that case, the culprit wants to leave the person they hated most until the end. I mean, you've been the survivor a lot, Battler. Wait a second. We're not trying to say that that she's been doing this whole thing because she wanted Battler to remember that thing about the thing that he did and his sin or whatever the hell that was about at the end of the fourth episode? Is that what this is? In that case, you could argue the ones who say lie until the end are the ones people hate the most. However, every single time the order people gets killed change around completely. If we try counting up the people who live until the last twilight every single time, even though they do die in the end. ... I'm the only one. Okay, he's realizing it too. Let me first speak with the Red. Butler-kun isn't the culprit. Butler-kun didn't kill anyone. This can be said of all games. And that just makes it even more likely that it's me. It means the sole reason she had for bringing around these epitaph murders was to show them to me. This feels important. I'm gonna screenshot TBH. I'm just trying my best to keep up. Honestly, Lightning there, yeah, it's for, like, do not feel bad if you can't follow, because it's hard to follow, and I've been, having lots of breaks between episodes as well, and months, so, you like, let's just continue. Every time, Beto brags that she'll choose whom to kill next with the roulette. However, I'm the only one she never kills. So if she does kill me in the end, she leaves me be until the very last moment. In all of these supposedly random games, there's only this one unchanging constant. She wants revenge? Against me? So is she performing the epitaph murders to make me feel fear? That's wrong. Her goal is not to make someone experience fear, and it isn't to have revenge on someone else either. In that case, the epitaph murders really don't mean anything to her. The epitaph's riddle is meaningless, and the corresponding murders are also meaningless. X equals Y equals 0. But even so, she's clearly trying to show these meaningless things to me. What could she want from me that'd be worth the same to her as something meaningless? I don't get it. The more I think about it, the less I understand what she's thinking. Has this got to do with the thing about me being a bastard child, or does that actually have nothing to do with this? Beatrice, the fickle witch who committed a meaningless, worthless string of serial murders. Even the epitaph's riddle, which that witch uses the trigger to suspend the serial murders, is meaningless, immaterial. And yet, she's thrusting this meaningless, immaterial thing in front of my face. What is it that you want from me? Or else, what is it that you're giving me? My idea that Beto's been clearly taking revenge on me has already been denied by Virgilia's red truth. Both X and Y, both the epitaph murders and the epitaph riddles, hold no meaning for Beatrice. X equals Y equals 0. However, since she's thrusting things in front of me, they must have some meaning. She showed us the scales representing, if you don't solve the epitaphs, I'll carry out the murders. In other words, neither the murders nor the riddle have any significance by themselves. However, it becomes meaningful when she puts both halves in the scales and put them on display before before me. In other words, it should be like this. X equals 0, Y equals 0. X plus Y is greater than 0. A scale with meaningless, weightless things on both sides. However, it has weight itself, and gives the rest meaning. It's almost like playing. Like kids playing rock, paper, scissors. Unless you bet something, you have nothing to gain or lose except happiness and frustration. But the very act of seeing which way it'll tip is the reason kids play rock, paper, scissors. After all, the kids are enjoying the communication that surrounds the game, and they aren't purely interested in the value of winning or losing. They aren't overly concerned about who wins and loses. I mean, it doesn't matter to Beto whether it almost feels like she's just enjoying the process. In the past, I cursed her, deciding she was a heartless witch who kept murdering people for no reason. Right now, I can't imagine that's true. Thank you. In that case, I'll give you one more line of red. Beto never committed murder for the sake of pleasure. She didn't do it for pleasure, and she didn't do it to make anyone feel fear. Since she has nothing to gain, she doesn't care whether the murder succeed or fail. It's almost like a random game kids would play. It's not right. It does have meaning. It has meaning for her. And what is this meaning? I don't get it. Even though both, yeah, okay. Here we go. In the previous game, she urged me to remember my sin of 6 years ago. Am I supposed to believe that was meaningless too? No, that definitely isn't the case. I clearly remembered the serious gaze she had back then. Unfortunately, I didn't have a clue what she meant. When she saw that, she was horribly dejected. That's right. At that time, I'm sure she even went so far as to say the crime wouldn't have occurred if I hadn't come. It does have meaning. It means something to her. It's connected to something she wants from me. Next time you want to send a love letter, I suggest you just write, I love you. If you make it too roundabout and confusing, no one's going to be able to figure it out. I still don't have a clue what she's thinking. Even so, I won't stop thinking. I've only just started spinning the chessboard around. I definitely won't give up on this journey in search of your thoughts. I just remembered. So when we checked in on the game, um, people had gotten killed. But this thing is saying that since somebody found the gold, the epitaph murders aren't going to occur. But murders still happened, which means what for whatever reason, people are getting murdered for a different reason, for probably by different people with different motivations, and this shit is gonna be bad. Well, even finding the gold did technically stop Beatrice from murdering, and yet, oh yeah. Well, okay. Now I can't. Oh god, now I can't remember what she said, but she was like, oh, like to kind of like, she was almost like to. So for you to be a true witch or whatever, you have to do the murders. Oh, now I don't remember. Now, not. Oh, now I'm even. I'm even more confused. Hey, why don't we start keeping a record when we start up again? I'm dying of fighting over what was and wasn't said. Seriously, we really can't do without a record of proceedings. No one Nissan can so easily deny everything he said. Good old 1980s technology. Pardon me, called. You've been doing great, Batlocken. I imagine you just feel just horrible. Think of this as part of your growing up and just accept it. Just how long am I gonna have to sit around here doing nothing? Who knows? After all, you're like our own portable shrine. Sleepy? About as much in your average as in your average school class. Pretty sure father isn't gonna show up tonight anyway. Those Americandy people are scary. Your strength's in another league because all that beef they eat. If you got caught, it end with them shooting you or death by hanging. Why is that in English? Get it? De- Hang on. Uh, am I going? Am I? Yeah, yeah. No, I have to do it. Okay. All right. All right. Come on, guys. It's time for stupid weeb time. Stupid weeb time. Stupid weeb direct translation. Oh yeah, no, no, no. He does say death by hanging in English. Yep. No, I don't understand the pun. I don't understand the pun. Stop it, dear. No matter how much you tell people born after the war, they'll never understand how we suffered back then. I mean, honestly, it does sound really fascinating because despite all the anime and weeb shit I've looked at, I haven't really seen this stuff that takes place like immediate post-war Japan stuff. So it does sound like obviously like probably a pretty horrible time, but very fascinating time. You can only think of Godzilla minus one. Oh, interesting. That to take place then? I mean, I guess technically original Godzilla is probably like that as well. Who is it? It's not locked. Just come in. Here we go. And now the day begins. Oh God, let's step back in time a bit. Like whenever oh okay, I was just like whenever that sound comes, it's never good news. But okay, are they trying to pretend? So they're gonna pretend that they're Kinzo, but being like he's the one knocking on the door. So that would make sense. Let's arrange. Or this is right. I forgot. Right, This is the whole disappearance thing, right? Yeah. Well, let's arrange for Father's room to be empty starting tomorrow morning. Let's plan it out with Genji and have him say he saw Father heading out to the forest early in the morning. Let's just put Father to rest now. To go any further would be impossible. What time is it? Is it for you? It's 5:02 p.m. There you go. Your headache must be awful, yes. It's always that way when you wrinkle your forehead like that. Yeah. Let's wait for the very last moment before using our disappearance trump card. It's like a last resort treasured sword. It's best when it remains in its sheath. The important thing is that you're ready to pull it out at any time, right? I understand that. Would you let me handle that trump card? Of course, at the final moment, I will take all of the responsibility. I won't let you and Jessica get involved. Or get you involved. When the Ushiromiya family is destroyed, it is enough that I alone am crushed in the rubble. When the typhoon passes, let's make sure we're ready to file for divorce. Oh no! I will sign the papers and let you hold on to them. I've secretly left some of my assets in your name. If you add on some compensation money, that should be enough for you and Jessica to live on without any hindrances. No! Ushiromiya Natsuhi is the name that should be engraved on my tombstone. Please let me be with you until the last moment. Even if it turns out that you're the last head of the Ushiromiya family, please, let Natsuhi be the name of the wife of the final head. Your wife. Aww. Moral of the story, guys, don't get into debt. Just not a good idea. What is it? Well, the truth is, another phone call has come for you, madam. Bum, bum, bum. Feels like we're watching a J-drama. Kind of is, yeah. I mean... oh, jeez. oh, this episode loves its cliffhangers. You don't mean that man again? Yes. What is to be done? Did he say what business he had with me? I can give you no answer on that matter. He kept insisting he wants to speak to you directly. I feel like the big joke on Krause is if he actually would have made big money if he did it during the big '90s boom. You know what? That would make sense. I think. I mean, especially given he's all like, "Oh yeah, no, this will come out eventually. I'll get money eventually." So you think this is just like a big joke about the Japanese financial market? 19 years ago. That was just 1 year before Jessica and Battler were born. In Natsuhi's eyes, the gap between 19 years and 18 years is immense. For a very long time, she'd been able to fulfill her duty of creating a successor to the Ushiromiya family and be treated very coldly. Because what do you mean, a woman who can't have children is worthless, is a worthless woman? In her eyes, Ushiromiya Natsuhi began 18 years ago. I was looking up the synopsis of I was looking of Silent Hill F, and yeah, this whole when a woman gets married, like her whole identity changes and stuff. Like that's kind of one of the themes of that game. It's the same writer, so that's why everything before that, including the events of 19 years ago, contained nothing but hateful memories. And something from the last year of that hateful period is whispering vengeful words from the other end of the phone. I can still hear the roar of the sea. What is to be done? Transfer it to my room. Don't let my husband know. As you wish. Alright, let's figure out what the fuck this is gonna do. So, it's like, okay, 19 years ago, what was it? Oh, I can't remember how many years ago. Like, many years ago, uh, Kinzo did a deal with Beatrice. And now we have 19 years ago, Natsuhi did something to do with this man. And 6 years ago, Battler did something that Beatrice wants him to remember. All these things happening in the past, specific periods of time. Hello? Why are you silent? I'm hanging up. Do not hang up, Mother. I want to hear your voice a little longer. Are you trying to mock me? Tell me what you want. I want to play with you, Mother. What? What are you talking about? I have no desire to play with you. You're tired from the family conference, right? Is that chronic headache of yours going to get into your pay? It's none of your business. You get headaches because your head is all stiff. If you go straight to bed like that, you cannot expect to have good dreams. Haven't I told you that's none of your business? I'm hanging up. Let us play a game to help you relax. I will not take up much of your time. I have no intention of playing with you. Your name is Natsuhi, Mother. It has the kanji for a season in it. Oh, Natsu. It's summer. I know that. Hee hee hee. Pretty nice name. However, just because your name is Natsuhi does not necessarily mean that you like summer. And suddenly we're in Seoul. Which season do you really like, Mother? You think I'll tell you? If you do not, I will hang up. Is that alright? It's autumn. Why? Because it's an easy season to pass the time in. There's no other reason in particular. Are you satisfied now? Yeah, I am satisfied. So it looks like your favorite season really is the same as mine. I like autumn too. Liar! You just made that up! It's not nice to call someone a liar. I am not making it up. I already knew you liked autumn, Mother. There is even proof. Proof? Yeah. Is there a clock in your room, Mother? A clock? Yes, there is, but what's your point? It's 007 right now. Try it, so please get this fast over with quickly. Try lifting the clock up. Why? You really do not know when to shut up. Stop resisting every single time I say something. Just shut up and do what I say. I could tell your husband and daughter about what happened 19 years ago, anytime I want to. Are you wide awake now? What the hell's on the card? Why? Why is this here? Well, it would please me if your headache's going down a bit. Tell me that you are happy, Mother. How did you? Why? How? I want to hear you say you are happy, murderer. How dare you act like a normal, neat freak mother? You make me want to vomit. You want that to land on your husband and daughter as well? You don't, right? You want me to keep quiet, don't you? Okay, keep quiet. Come on, aren't you happy? Aren't you? Like, I would be half expecting that, like, she had, like, a stillbirth or something, and then, like, she felt ashamed about that or something, but, like, maybe that's not what they're doing here. I'm happy, so please stop. Don't bring my husband and daughter into this. What is it that you want? Money? How much? I do not want money. My wounds cannot be healed with any amount of money. But there is a medicine. That is right. It is like a kind of ointment. Thick, syrupy, and dribbling. And that is my hatred, my resentment towards you. Slathering myself with that is the only way to hold back the pain. You couldn't possibly be on this island right now, are you? I am. Did I not promise you? I said I would be at the family conference. That's impossible! There's no way you could have gone during this typhoon. That would be no problem if I came. Yep, okay. And I'm pretty sure this guest will. Yep. Where are you? I will not appear in front of anyone until you introduced me. Do not worry. Oh, yes, it is useless to try and search for me. Your mansion is huge, and you have no shortage of phones I could be calling from. Besides, I'm sure you do not want to meet me, right? Or else you don't want to expose me and introduce me to everyone. Introduce me to Jessica, too. Tell her I am her older brother by 1 year. Which also means that, well, I was going to say that means that he's the successor, but no, he's not, because this is the timeline when Battler has found the gold. He's the successor now. Stop it. Stay away from Jessica. I guess I have scared you a bit too much. That is all for me for tonight. But do not forget, you cannot disobey me. Understand, Mother? Yes. I'm going to hang up for the night, but I have an order that must be followed until tomorrow morning. You may no longer leave that room tonight, and you may not make a phone call to anywhere. If a phone call comes for you, you are not allowed to take it. You will turn the lights off right now, get in bed and sleep. Then you will wake up at your ordinary time. Sure is nice to live a healthy life. I really am such a good son, working so hard for the sake of my mother's body. Okay. But... I... I don't know. What does that mean? Let's step back in time once again. Oh my god. God, you know what this fucking reminds me of? The Chimera Ant in Hunter x Hunter, where it's just like, anyway, by the way, let's go and explain like 3 different things that are happening all at the same time. Interesting. So, I wonder if these are related though, because he's basically saying, Natsuki, you're not allowed to leave this room. You must stay in your room. You must turn the lights off. You can't be disturbed in any way. So whatever happens now, you're not allowed to be involved. Is he gonna kill everyone? And then he's like, look, I got rid of everyone just like you wanted. She's like, no, I didn't want this. And that's why Erica's like, you're the culprit. Ooh. Who is it? What's that? It's one of Father's envelopes. Oh, God. So is this going to be Beatrice's thing, though? That's the thing, because, yeah, in all the other games, Beatrice hands the envelope to Maria, and Maria gives it to everybody, like, during dinner, like, not at midnight. Is it being like, oh, we need to give you the letter or else we can't start doing the murders? God, who fucking knows? There are so many questions every time the song and dance happens. I see. It'll have something written on it, supposedly in Father's name, saying that he won't accept Balor as a successor or something of the sort. Ridiculous. I can't believe you tried to pull such a childish trick, Nissan. Well, it's not like I give a damn about being the successor. Give it up. It's just your fate. Anyway, why don't we read what's inside? Because I have the ring in it, right? Yeah. Sender isn't further. It's much more interesting than that. And who's the letter from? The Ushirimiya family alchemist. It's from the Golden Witch, Beatrice Samar. Congratulations. I acknowledge that Battler Samar successfully solved the Epitaph's riddle and reached the Golden Land. All of the gold belongs to Battler Samar. Furthermore, Battler Samar is the new head of the Ushirimiya family. That's proof I send the head's ring, which Kinzo Samar left in my charge. Battler Samar, I beg that you take the ring, become the new master of the gold, and guide the Ushirimiya family. I sincerely pray that you will flourish as the new head. What the hell? I see. Jad just won't come out of his study, so Beatrice, the Witch of the Forest, has acknowledged Battler directly. Battlerkin, you take that ring. It's a special ring to be worn by the family head. I don't know who this Beatrice is. She's watched the whole thing and sent you this ring after acknowledging you as the true successor. Is that okay? Such an important ring. Yeah, it's fine. You should wear it proudly on your finger. Got it? Even if Anaki and Natsuhine-san tell you to take it off, you'd better not do it. My apologies. Seems my wife is not at her best, so she's gone to bed early. Something happened. Oh, like did everybody get to sleep? But no, it's still 3 a.m. Nobody is sleeping tonight. I, Peruto Erica, know quite a bit about trifles such as this. Where's Aunt Rosa? I've had it. I'm tired enough I might flop over right here. Oh then, let's call it a night. I'm already tired. So tired. Ah, today's been so insane. I wonder if that old bastard is still in that family conference now. How does he not get tired? Come to think of it. What was that old bastard said when we parted company? Tomorrow, there's something important I want to talk about as a family. It's about you. Oh shit! Oh shit! It's about how he's a bastard child or something, right? If I tell you about this, I'll probably be killed. I'll kill you whenever you want, you old bastard. And then what was it he said next? It's about your birth. There we go. Wait, birth? I'm probably just telling you on the oh noble Ushirimian lineage. Not interested. Just let me sleep. I do wonder why that's such a big deal, because, like, is like can he like not be the successor if he's like a bastard child or something? Ugh. Here we go. Meanwhile, in Nazi's point of view. Oh god, yeah, whenever I had a drug or incense can make you achieve pregnancy, I tried it, but nothing had any effect. Till I was blessed with Jessica 18 years ago. I was ashamed to even call myself a wife. Children are created by the efforts of two people and the whims of heaven. It's not fair to place all the blame on yourself. I still don't know what caused my inability to become pregnant. I even went to see noted physicians, and underwent humiliating examinations. But I was always told they didn't understand the reason. Like there was some kind of magic shit involved with her infertility. Like she was cursed or some shit. Even though quite some time has passed since your marriage, you still couldn't bear a child. I see. It's only natural that Eva, who secretly aspired to become the successor, would start getting ideas. You're sinless. Aren't babies of this country carried here by storks? If anyone's to be judged, blame the stork. Thank you. However, even though he was still in good health then, the head was already past his prime, and it's not hard to imagine that he wants to see his grandchildren's faces as soon as possible. Who cares? If he wanted a grandchild, he could have just done what he wanted with that appalling amount of money he had. This is Kenzo, the man who always bragged about how money could create anything. If he wanted a grandchild, why couldn't he just manage something with that money he was always so proud of? Yeah, he could make one with magic, like Genji. The head gave up on me when I couldn't bear a child, and did just that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right, the orphanage, yeah. The Fukuen house. Furniture came from that place quite often. To provide on-the-job training and preparation is life, yep. All of the servants, yep. Shannon, Kanon, Lunon, Manon, and Leon, everyone knows them. So, an adopted child. Father, what did you just say? Except this baby is my grandchild. Oh, there. What? My apologies, father. What is it you just... Except this baby is my grandchild. And raise it to be one who succeeds Kraus. The one who succeeds... Oh, what are we trying to say? That Jessica isn't her daughter either? This is some baby that Hinzo gave to her? Or is this Battler? It's clear now that you cannot bear children. There must be some sort of defect in your body. Oh, it's a conspiracy! What nonsense! If all responsibility of giving birth to children rested with the woman, there'd be no means for men in this world. I've never forgotten the bitter pain I felt that day. It's not as though I didn't want a child. However, no matter how much I prayed, I couldn't get pregnant. Thinking that something to do with my body might be the cause, I went to see several famous doctors. Yep, anyway. In the end, this was the result. I see. Why should I be forced to hold this baby? Okay, so I guess is this the sin then? Who not only shed none of my blood, but he was not related to my husband in the slightest either. I don't hate father. I don't hate father. If anything, I hated my own body. I detested it. I truly detested my own body for being unable to bear a child. So I prayed. I prayed to both angels and demons, and my wishes were granted by both. But what did you pray to angels? I prayed for a miracle in my body. If there was something wrong with my body, I could accept that. In that case, I wanted to overcome that defect in some... Anyway. Well, I'm not sure yet, Robin. I'm just figuring that out. Which was granted. Next year, you gave birth to Jessica. And for what did you pray to demons? I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. I hated my body. So I hated this baby because it made my failure so apparent. Oh, God. What did you wish for? For the first time, I prayed and made wishes to demons. I wished that this baby would just disappear. Bum, bum, bum. Of course, that wish was also granted by demons. I didn't want to think about anything. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. I wished for the servant to take the baby far away and never return. Oh, no, Natsuhi. Child murder. I see. So passing demon heard your wish, Natsuhi-sama. And then what happened next? After that, there was a bizarre accident that could have only been granted to me by a demon. Oh no. There was a cliff on the other side. Oh no. Does it seem at all likely that the servant went to the trouble of walking there holding a baby and then leaned against the fence? The only conceivable explanation is she was lured there by the beckoning of a demon. She was lured there, wasn't she? By a demon who heard your wish. And then the servant and the baby. Oh shit, the servant fell as well. They died. They fell from the cliff down to the rocks below. Wait a second. Is this no? This isn't no. Because there was the time where Rosa saw Beatrice and then ran away with Beatrice, and then Beatrice also fell from the rocks and died. How many people are falling from the fucking rocks and dying? No, they died because I wished it. That means it isn't your fault. There's no need to think about it any further. It happened because I wished it. No, that's wrong. Chigaya. Even if you wish for something, whether it comes true or not, is decided by the whims of gods, demons, and witches. You are sinless. Humans are sinless. You can even say that I killed them. No, I did kill them. I saw your mourning and felt pity, so I lured the servant with the baby to the cliff and guided them down it. Wasn't it just an unfortunate accident? If you can't accept it as an accident, blame it on us. That's why demons exist. That's right. They're here for your sake. It's not like you killed them. We killed them. So you are sinless. So please don't blame yourself, Natsuhi. Is that true? Am I truly sinless? I'm like, Natsuhi's becoming a Silent Hill protagonist. Yes, this is all just my delusion to try and get over the fact that I probably killed a child, maybe. Young one who claims revenge for the events of 19 years ago. If you're going to curse someone, curse me. However, witches have a patent on curses. Let me take on this fight you're trying to pick with Natsuhi. I am the Ushiromiya family alchemist, Beatrice the Golden. If anyone picks a fight with the master I serve, I will fight in my master's stead. Revenge for 19 years ago, you say? I'll show you that such is hardly a blink of an eye for a witch who's lived 1,000 years. Natsuhi huffing that copia. So you hate Natsuhi for wishing your death 19 years ago? So let me make you remember just who it was that lured you off that cliff. Come this way, woman. Bring that cursed baby with you. Forgive me, woman. Curse your bad luck for being entranced by a witch. And surrounded by these gold roses, which you would never been able to enjoy in this world. Sleep. Stop. Just understood. Oh, God. I guarantee it. You are completely sinless. I'll accept this revenge from 19 years ago. Wahahaha! Oh no. Oh god, so she saw the bodies. Oh yeah, no god. No wonder she has chronic headaches. In less than 3 days from the time father entrusted me with the baby, I killed it. Father and I were the only ones on Rokkenjima. And before anyone except Father and I really knew anything, the baby had appeared out of nowhere and then disappeared again. That's right, it wasn't a dream. It was a dream, a nightmare. I was sure that Father would blame me. However, he seemed somehow strange. I saw this coming. I knew it would happen. How long will you struggle? How long will it be before you're mine? I have no interest in an empty cage. Throw it away. You know he's evil because he changed his laugh mid-laugh. So I forgot it. It was an unfortunate accident. No, it wasn't an accident at all. I forgot everything, even if the baby had existed in the first place. After all, it was just a twisted nightmare that lasted not even 3 days. That's right, it was all a nightmare. I don't want to remember. The cliff, the broken fence, the roar of the sea, and the cry of the baby. Oh god, poor Natsuhi. So this baby is the baby from 19 years ago. Of course not! I killed that baby! It no longer exists in this world. However, there is no red truth in the human world. Nothing to be trusted here. That's right. Vito definitely killed that baby. However, you might find out that it's alive in the world of humans. Whether it's really alive or not, right? Do you mean to say that it actually survived? After falling to the rocks from that height? I don't know, but calm down. No matter how much this person hates you, it was an accident, and that's the truth. If he does hate you, his hatred is completely unjustified. But even if I didn't lay a finger on him, inside my heart I... Calm down. No matter who the man from 19 years ago hates or what he yells at you, there's no way the sin he's after actually occurred. So calm down. Why don't I welcome the man from 19 years ago as my guest? Just when the riddle was solved and I thought my job was finished. I've got to entertain this final guest of mine. This begins to grow more interesting. Not only are you protecting Lord Goldsmith's secret, but you also have a 19th guest, as well as a man from 19 years ago. True, since we claim that Kinzo is alive, Erika is the 19th person. And besides that 19th person, we also have a man from 19 years ago. Oh, interesting. I'm getting all fired up. We have no lack of opponents, and I was just lamenting the fact that I had but one guest at my tea party. Come, you fools. Ha 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 ha. Furudo Erika is Lady Byrne Castell's piece. In that case, whose piece is the man from 19 years ago? Lambda? I don't fucking know. I understand. I'll go to sleep right now. I won't leave my room now. Yeah. Okay, this is the same thing, yeah. Hey, good night, mother. Oh shit, it is. There you have it. Now Nazi won't come out of her room tonight. Oh my god, it really was. It really was Lambda. That's pretty handy. You can change your voice. Anyone can change their voice. A sweet voice when coaxing Papa, a stick-sounding voice when taking the day off school, an apologetic voice when turning on a friend that you actually hate. If you want, I can do any kind of voice at all. Yeah, I don't even know how I would voice act that. What? You should stop being a witch and become a voice actress. So are all the pieces set up on both sides now? Furido Erika. What a wonderful piece. She's a much more suitable piece for you than Ange was, Byrne. Your praise honors me, Lady Lambda Delta. The pleasure is mine. She really is wonderful. Truly cute. I'd like to make her surrender to the illusion of the witch and see her face twist in humiliation. Hear that? Don't embarrass me, okay? Prove yourself to be a much more useful piece than Ange was. Yes, leave it to me, Lady Byrne Castell, my master. I'm nothing like that gloomy, dull-witted, totally uncute piece. She's right. That Ange didn't do anything useful except get turned into meat chunks to egg Battler on. I have absolutely no interest in family love or sibling love. The game we want to see is much more gruesome and sticky. A grotesque, and cute the murder case. If Nazi is the king, then I wonder if that makes Vito the queen. Stack of witches and furniture guarding Nazi is less like a set of chess pieces and more like bowling pins, right? Nazi and Vito, condone illusions of the worthless furniture. Entertain us a bit, will ya? Especially you, Beto. We're already bored of you. This Legend of the Witch Murders game of yours is over already. Our time is over and done with. This game board already belongs to Byrne and me. It'll suit you to be reduced to one of our pieces and toyed with for all eternity. Both Nazi and Vito are like the guts of a filthy truth wrapped in a bit of thin skin. Tearing that to bits and dragging the insides out is one of our few pleasures. Yep, you can have tons of fun with it. Hey, are you watching, Beatrice? Look how much fun it can be had playing with your game board. It's a bit sad if we're the only ones having a pleasant chat. Why don't you let Vito talk too? Hear that? I'll give you special permission to talk. What do you hope to gain from this latest game? She said nothing. That's right. You're the loser who surrendered to Battler. Leave it to me, okay? I'll put the witch side on top right away. But that means I'll have to sacrifice your piece. The epitaph has been easily solved before the first twilight, and Beatrice, the keeper of the gold, has lost face. Isn't it great that you remain his piece as part of Nazi's illusion? Well, we're treating you as a pin now instead of a piece, okay? The golden witch Beatrice is out of the picture now. You and your furniture have only a minuscule role in my game, a loser's role. Resign yourself to getting blasted away and becoming burned in my toys. If you don't like that, why don't you just tell us to stop? If you do, we'll stop. She's saying she doesn't mind! You're totally a pin! There's no need for a golden witch anymore. All that's needed is a sacrificial doll, so that the two witches can enjoy some time playing. Die, disappear. Confess your filthy past and your crimes. Speak out your sub-story of regret and repentance as you throw yourself off a cliff and die. The Golden Witch will never again have her turn. Beto. This will probably turn out to be a nasty game. On the surface looks very similar to the usual tales. However, there's no respect given to the true main character of this story. This tale was supposed to be one that the Golden Witch Beatrice invited Ushiromiya Battler to see. However, the host's been lost, and there are no longer any guests. The one who did the inviting and the one who was invited are no longer around in this horrible tale. Welcome to the 5th game, End of the Golden Witch. Welcome to the banquet without the guest of honor, hijacked by the evil witches. Ready, Battler? Second day is finally about to start. Just like Beto, I hate slow story progression. Just do what you want. No matter how much you mess things up, I'll definitely reach the truth of this game. It has to be that way. You've got to fight for your little sister's sake as well. Don't worry. Lady Lambda-Delta is a far more terrifying opponent than that fool Beatrice. But I'll be giving you plenty of support so there won't be any problems. Together with me, why don't you finally expose the illusion of the witch this time? I don't give a damn about you. I won't acknowledge anything that didn't exist in Beto's games, so I don't need you. It's not really the time to act tough. Oh well, let's both give it our all, okay? I can't help but feel like this whole game is just because the witches got bored. Well, that's definitely the implication for both Lambda Delta and for Burn Castell. Maybe because there was actually, is it in is it in Tips? No. Yeah. Basically, Veronica goes to crush Beto and her worlds as a way to stave off boredom. You know, it's basically she hates boredom as much as Burn Castell. So that is essentially that's kind of the implicit text. So together, let's tear this illusion of the witch apart. Looks like he hates shaking hands, just like Ange. Don't worry, I'm a far more useful piece than Ange. Yeah. Doesn't matter. This battle is between me and Beto. Everyone else besides us doesn't matter. Oh, is that true? Are you finally standing on your own? You've always had someone helping you, someone sympathetic to you, so I wonder just how far you'll get on your own. Entertain me. I'll grab it and take it back. This is our game. You two aren't wanted here. Yes, that's true. This is your game, so try taking it back. Let's see how far someone like you, who couldn't even win Beto's games when she went easy on you all over the place, can get in Lambda's completely ruthless game without any help. Well then wake up, Ushiromiya Battler. Welcome to the morning of October 5th. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a bit longer. I'm interested to see. I feel like I haven't really, I want to see what's going on at this point. Ah shit! Here we go again. Damn it! I've got this piercing headache. The hell happened last night? Unfortunately, Batley, at one point you're going to look at your hand and realize you've got the ring on your finger. So, and then you're like, oh shit. This wasn't a dream. Umineko-janai! A ring on a finger. That could be many things depending on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's a now that's a good fake out. that is. Oh no. Did Jessica and Maria die as well? Yeah. Oh god. There were only 2 extra blankets. If we covered one of the corpses, we wouldn't be able to cover any more. Kyrie, put blankets over all of them. Wouldn't want them to catch cold. Oh jeez. Hang on, let me just check. Has the has the thing updated yet? No. Okay. I thought so because it just doesn't have like the blood drop sound effect as when they changed the system. God, not Maria and Rosa. Oh shit. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Actually, yeah. Sorry, it's not the blood. Oh. Sometimes it's the blood sound effect, but that's the other sound effect. That's also the effect that shows systems change. Okay. Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, his corpse was found in the cousin's room. Yeah, the direct cause of death was unknown. His neck had been sliced over by a sharp blade. Yeah. And, yeah, Jessica, Maria, and Rosa. I can't remember, now I can't remember if any other people get killed. How many people hang? No, it's not in tips either. I can't remember the epitaph now. How many people are supposed to die in the first Twilight again? Is it supposed to be 4? Anyway, so, you know, with the certainty part, obviously it's Lambda's doing because she is the Witch of Certainty, so she can do that. God, I don't know. Oh. What a fucked up way to discover people's bodies. It's like somebody else's alarm is off. The alarm is going on and off, and because you've been 6 people the other times, okay, so this is a little bit different, but I guess also, you know, the epitaph murders can't happen because the epitaph has been sold, so I guess it's I don't fucking know anymore. But no, imagine how fucked up it is. Like, you know, you're just sleeping. You had to go to bed really late, and so you hear the alarm, and nobody's turned the alarm off, and you really don't want to get up because you didn't have any sleep. But the alarm just keeps going. The alarm just doesn't stop, and you just don't understand why nobody else is turning on the alarm. But you have to do it. So unfortunately, you have to go take the alarm off. You decide to turn on the lights and hesitant to get up. And you realize the reason the alarm was going off because everybody else in the room is fucking dead this whole time. Oh, good God. Okay, nope. The thingy is also there. Now it's time for the blame game. Or Erica. Interesting. Now I'm just realizing as well. So, Lambda was the one, so Lambda is the one who is controlling. How many loops are we? Well, so it's chapter 5. I mean, it's chapter 5. So this is loop number 5. Yeah. So Lambda is the one who is making the voice of the person who is, Natsuhi's sin, the dead baby. So basically, what they're saying is Lambda, because I I remember. So like the one thing, the sort of forward, I can't speak. The sort of flash forward that we got just as as Beto was going, not Beto, just as Battler was going into the game, was essentially that was Erica looking and pointing at Nazi and basically saying, "You're the mastermind behind all this." And the reason we know this is because Lambda specifically did this whole thing so that to control Natsuhi, she is controlling Natsuhi through these phone calls. And so she controlled Natsuhi to say, you must stay in your room and turn off the lights and not leave your room, to basically give her an alibi. That doesn't end up actually explaining how then Natsuhi was able to leave the room and actually kill them, if that's what Erica is saying is what actually happened, but yeah, that's basically it. It's all connected, right? Good morning, everyone. Oh, what a wonderful magic circle. Don't say those words, please. Don't say those words again. You don't come in here. It's the detective's right to investigate the scene. In my personal opinion, only third-rate mysteries have a suspect who tries to interfere with the investigation and then turns out to be the culprit. Who gives a damn about what you want? Get out! You aren't wanted here. Stand back. I can't investigate the scene like this. Detective's authority. The detective has the right to investigate all crime scenes. Stand back, Ushiromiya Battler. This is an official privilege of this game, which the human side has accepted. Not really. The human side never really accepted it, but whatever. Fucking, here's my magical power. That's basically what she's saying. Oh, yeah, no, that's actually what's happening. Don't worry, my goal is not to profane the dignity of the deceased. It's not like I want to peek into something as disgusting as a slit through someone's neck. I want to know something completely different. In other words, who committed these murders? I asked Dr. Nanjo and everyone else too. In particular, the first one to discover them, Battler-san. There are many things I want to question you about, so I request your cooperation. Because I am the detective. Okay, let's enjoy this first twilight of Lambdas. 4 corpses. That's 2 corpses short. Well, she doesn't necessarily need to have 6 people killed, but that's how we've been playing. The girl isn't completely clueless, so she must have killed 2 more people somewhere. That girl talks stuff, but I wonder just how closely she'll be able to imitate Beto. That Hebrew sure is crappy. It isn't written exactly right. What the heck? What's going on? Why is there a magic circle? Oh yeah, I forgot. Another thing was also mentioning in the in the flash forward is that they Lambda does use the devil stakes at some point. These matters have no beauty to them at all. It isn't really a closed room, and there's nothing impossible about it. Such pitiful murders aren't worthy of Beatrice Samar at all. Furuto Erika, an unexpected crime and an unexpected woman, and the unexpected man from 19 years ago. And if you add in the fact that Sadler's already solved the epitaph, this game is completely different from normal. What the heck's going on? Let's go! Yes, Oni-sama, One-sama! No, Rob, you've gotten it wrong. The girls in the leotards are not actual furniture. They are called furniture. I know I'm sounding condescending. I'm not actually trying to condescend. I'm joking because this whole story sounds, this whole thing is so ridiculous. The demons, the girls in the leotards are stakes that you can use to stab people with. That's their true forms. The girl things, I don't really know. Oh yeah, and they work on you and they like hit you no matter if you've got one of those deadly sins. Anyway, everyone's all happy and nobody's getting murdered. Yay! I mean, listen, I'm sure there is some wiki for Umineko lore somewhere. Maybe not the fandom ones; those are tend to be pretty shit. But like, surely there is some crazy, super autistic Ryokishi07 fan out there somewhere who has written all this shit up. Probably one of, I don't remember which one of you guys was talking about how like people like like almost do like power scaling with Umineko characters and like they're all like super powerful or whatever. So maybe the people who like get together everybody's lore for the power scaling battles are probably, they probably know what all the lore. Where's Genji-sama? He still isn't here. So I can't imagine he'd sleep in. Uh-oh. I wonder what Genji's face looks like when he's half asleep. Oh, let me go with you. Danganronpa power scaling? No, I mean, the real crazy Danganronpa power scaling is, Danganronpa 3 anime power scaling, and also Danganronpa 0 power scaling. Because, like, Danganronpa 2 has Izuru Kamakura, and Izuru Kamakura is technically the most powerful character in all of Danganronpa, but we don't get to see of any of Izuru's feats. We get to see those in the Danganronpa 3 anime. That's when you look at the stupid, the stupid shit. The weird thing is, I actually think the Danganronpa 3 anime could have been more stupid. They could have leaned into the stupid more. Packing tape. Gotta be some sort of prank. I don't get it, but it's no use worrying about it now. Genji-sama, pardon me. Genji-sama. The next meeting, come open! I would say at this point, Natsuhi would be a perfect one of the victims, given that, like, you know. But no, she has to be alive because she was there in the flash forward. I think you should probably answer the phone, and then I've got some bad news to report from my sister. Morning, Mother. Did you sleep well? I kept my promise. I've been holed up in this room this whole time. Of course, I haven't been on the phone either. But you did pick up the phone just now, did you not? Well, just kidding. This is just a morning call I'm giving my beloved mother. Morning, Mother. How far do you intend to mock me? I wanted you to leave your seat so I could set up for the party. Thanks to that, everything is ready now. Of course, you are the main guests, Mother. What are you planning to do? That is for you to look forward to. Do not worry, I will not keep you waiting. It has already begun. Oh right, wait a sec. There is someone I want you to hear. Huh? Untie me, coward! Huh? Tia, is that you? Untie it! Your husband is here. His eyes and ears are covered, so you won't be able to talk. But I think you can tell that he is in perfect health. What are you after? Let my husband go! I will let him go tomorrow, if you keep 2 promises, that is. What are they? One is that you keep it a secret that I have your husband in my care. There will probably be a fuss when they are unable to find Kraus anywhere in the mansion, but you know nothing, so you will say nothing. Understand? I understand. What's your other condition? Oh, just a little game. 1 o'clock today, you will go into the foremost guest room on the 1st floor of the mansion and hide in the closet. A guest room? Why should I go into a closet? Just a little hide and seek. If you can hide there for an hour without anyone finding you, you win. If someone does find you, you lose. And if I lose, what happens? Nothing in particular. Is that not what playing is all about? If you play along with this hide and seek, I will release your husband tomorrow. Will you really keep that promise, I wonder? Of course. Make sure you do too, Mother. If you break our promise, I will know right away. Madam, are you there? Good morning. It's Gutter and Canon. You have it wrong. That is for you to decide, Mother. Do not let me break my promise, Mother. I will be watching you all day today, Mother. Oh. Dance for me, Natsuhi. Dance in fear of your sin 19 years ago. My turn's going pretty well. Okay, your turn now, Ben. I'm sure this is a waste of time, but let me confirm whether correspondence with the outside world, including reporting to the police, is possible or not. It's impossible to make use of the external line. Looks like you don't use the internal line. It's impossible to use the boat and fight the typhoon. Congrats, you're a full detective now, Ben. Yeah, thanks so much. Then I guess it's time to get this game started. Okay, everyone, are you done crying yet? Silence, please. Has anyone seen Kraus-san yet? We've been calling him for a while, but he hasn't answered. What does it mean? You don't think Uncle Kraus too? Figures. I hate to say it at a time like this, but there were 4 in the... Yep. I figured there would be 1 more. Of course. It's natural you'd guess there were 6 victims after seeing the crime scene in the guest house. There were only 4 corpses, yep. It's just the first Twilight. That damn witch. So is this really Beatrice Sama's doing? That's how it is. Ever since I saw the magic circle at the crime scene, I imagined this might be a plotline murder following the Epitaph's first Twilight, which means there are 6 victims. Simply by the existence of the magic circle in that place, this level of reasoning is possible for Furido Erica. What do you all think, everyone? Is that the end of the chapter? So that'd be a great place to end the chapter. No. Dad. Might be the work of this man from 19 years ago, who's thought to be Lady Lamberdelta's piece. Ah yes, that can't be true. In the games up until now, Bito has already stated that Kinzo has vanished, meaning that no more than 17 people exist and no 18th person exists. Now that Eric has been added, it's been stated that no 19th person exists. There's no room for this man from 19 years ago to appear on the island. So the man from 19 years ago is disguised as one of the existing humans. Or else. Even if a 19th person isn't permitted by the Reds, slipping in a 19th person is no trouble for me. No trouble for witches. Now it's getting interesting. Why don't we watch this a little longer? So those 2 witches have finally started to do whatever they please with my game board, haven't they? Didn't you notice what happened when you invited them? As a witch, I have the same dislike for boredom as they do. Even the unexpected brings the kind of joy a witch expects. Very well, bring it on. Alright, so they're gonna disappear, everybody, while they're all together. Okay, it's Lady Lambda Delta. Even I am nothing more than a mere piece. So in the early game, I was more about expansion than losing or taking pieces. I'm just no match for that person. I wanted to deal with that. Nata's the final master I will serve. This is a piece you'll never be allowed to take so long as she has a contract with me, Beatrice. Klaus's room was empty. Bed was too. The mess of bloodstains similar to the other crime scenes remain. But there was no corpse. Then he is undead. Maybe not. Hang on. Alright. Yeah, went missing from his personal room. There were large traces of blood. He's the only victim of the first Twilight whose corpse was never witnessed. And then, yeah, we've got Genji as well. Yeah. I can't remember. Yeah, no, there was some Demon Stake stuff, I think, as well. So not everyone's dead yet. Oh, all that stuff about keys was a pointless argument. Did you forget that Genji-san is already a victim? His master key is missing. That means all the locks in this mansion are meaningless. How boring. In other words, no closed room murderers have existed or will exist in this mansion. Sheesh. This is getting to be a pretty boring mystery. Was Jessica also like this in a bed? Yes. My head was going to be racked by this suffering anyway. Please just let my head explode right now. That way I won't have to suffer any longer. So everyone, Nate-san's sake, let's return to the guest house for the time being. Though it's not as though seeing their dead face is going to lead to any new developments. Do we even have a heart? Heart? What's that? Like hell it won't. Fino's pieces have brought around a really interesting change. Oh. Wait a sec, what the hell is going on here? We made sure to lock this room when we left, right? We can now be certain the culprit is the master key. Again, my reasoning was correct. Who cares about that? Where did they go? Where did everyone's corpses go? Nice trick. Hey, look, it's magic, right? The god who was with Vito hit the corpses somewhere with magic. All of us moved together, so you're trying to say that everyone had alibis. Your reasoning goes like this, right? The four of them weren't actually dead, they were just playing dead. Then when no one else was around, they hid somewhere. Am I right? You don't intend to proclaim any of their deaths in red now, do you? Of course I won't! Unlike that doll Vito, I don't give red out for free. In that case, I'll be glad to use the blue truth. I can think of many ways to work around something of this level. Sure, go ahead. Blue truth time. Here's the first one I can think of. The victims aren't actually dead. They pretend to be dead, then secretly hit themselves somewhere. After all, you haven't proclaimed anyone's death with the red truth. Ah! Even though you've been shown their gaping wounds, you're still trying that one on principle, as long as there's no red, right? But don't get your hopes up. I'm not giving you a free red truth. After all, I have to deny it all at once at the end of the game, at 24 o'clock on October 5th. The witch's side is such a big advantage. It'll be over now if that stupid battler was my opponent, but you aren't like that, right, Fern? Of course. Anyone could have thought of that silly move. I have more. Second one. Kraus carried the corpses off and hid them. You've acted it out so it looks like you've kidnapped Kraus and locked him up somewhere, but he might actually be free. Kraus has no alibi. Kraus hid their corpses. Yeah, that's right. It's not like I proclaimed that Kraus was being confined with the Red Truth. You know, they say you've got to confuse your friends before you confuse your enemies. So he lied to Natsuhi, making it seem like he'd been captured. Any others? Third one. The corpses were different people in the first place. They were substitute corpses that closely resembled the victims. George and the others were hiding from the beginning and later cleared up those substitute corpses. No, the truth is, it was me! They're all robots I made from the elaborate escape room. Yeah, now it's like, this is just... There is just so many levels of... This is the 5th time we're doing this. So we are going to, like, lampshade and make fun of the shit out of this. And just, like, be self-aware of every single minor little trope and plot point and twist that you could come up with. Because we're aware of them. So we've done this fucking 4 times. From beginning to end. These corpses were dead from the very beginning, so they don't count towards the number of people inside. How the hell did they keep the notes on everything that they did on the previous episodes? Well, I mean, these Umineko came out over a series of couple of years, right? Like, he would have to make sure he wasn't, like, contradicting himself every single episode, every single plot point. That's messed up. So even though all these people gathered around and saw the dead faces, none of them realized they were substitute corpses? Since you haven't used the Red Truth, there's a possibility that everyone misidentified all the corpses. Though if you feel like repeating no one would misidentify a person, I'll withdraw that claim immediately, okay? No way! I'm not falling for that. The Red Truth's only useful if you use it with Flash, right? I'll take a single truth out of a large pile of blue and smash it with the red. Then the rest of the blue truths will be swallowed up by the darkness before you can find out whether they were right or wrong. Like, this is quite literally... The plot of this is quite literally 2 complete strangers who have no emotional connection to any of this are now just playing the game of Umineko instead of the characters who are playing Umineko. Like, that's how many levels of, like, meta we have gotten into. 2 complete strangers are now playing Umineko instead of the characters in Umineko. I don't know what program the author is using. If I recall, the Rempi program for visual novel has like an organized storyline tracking thing? Really? It's been over a decade since I touched it though. Interesting. Maybe this is... I mean, it has this thing, but that's just... That doesn't have everything here. Like you're saying, there's like an extra hidden feature that you could put in stuff as well? That darkness is the world of witches. You wouldn't be given any truth at all. Oh, I meant on the developer side. Okay. This girl acts like she's stupid, but she's not bad at all. She'll never rise to her provocation. Looks like she understands the darkness of magic even better than the true game master, Bito. And apparently Garvos understood that well. That move of hiding the corpses. It was pretty effective for both Lambda and Bito. In any event, I followed up a full 3 theories about the disappearing corpses. 3 blue wedges for a single riddle. That doesn't mean she can just deny one of those 3. Unless she eliminates all 3 wedges, this riddle has been defeated. That's the ironclad rule of witch hunting. A single wedge isn't nearly enough. Only vampires die from a single stake. Compared to witches, vampires are weak. True witches won't die unless you stab them all over with stakes, right? Same with assassins, isn't it? It's only in Japanese manga that assassins kill their target with a single perfect shot. Real assassins will empty out an entire magazine worth of bullets. That's how you do things, right? Of course it's the same for me. It's this girl we're talking about, so she might slice it all in 2 with a single swipe of the red. Basically letting off a few quick lines confirming they're dead. Anyway. Well, that's okay. When the red truth does come out, I just need to follow along with it and stab her full of blue wedges again. This is how a game of witches plays out. Ah, it's so fun. But the sluggish battles always piss me off, so I'm loving this. Yeah, I understand, Lambda. This first Twilight is just the beginning of the beginning. Just a skirmish, right? Wouldn't have it any other way. I'll make you lose pathetically and cry out in dread as you crawl and scratch at the floor. I almost forgot the pleasure of grabbing that cute hair of yours and wiping the floor with as I roll around laughing. Sorry, Genji. Probably want to enjoy your eternal sleep right there, but that's not going to be possible. Please disappear from this place so you may serve Natsuhi, the final head of the Ushirimiya family, even after death. It's a nice cut. Must have been made with a single slice. Has anyone who's capable of this manifested yet? Not good. I can't think of anyone decent who might be capable of this. Oh no, one of the 72 demons! Which one of the 72 demons are we gonna use this time? It's gonna be fucking, Paimon? I just know Paimon is the name of one of them. Because of the, what are the other ones? Like, half of them are like Shin Megami Tensei demons. Some of them are in Fate Granddaughter. Um, Balthaz or something? What's the one? I don't remember. Fornius. Fornius is one. Malphas, you're right. Um, it's like, well, I have good news for you. I have my Lesser Key of Solomon right next to me. Okay, well, there you go. It's alright, you don't need to go through all 72 of them. But yeah, we have Garp and Renove in this game, and I guess she's implying that there's gonna be another one. All I remember is that Lion Will one. Yeah, I remember, just remember Fornius is like, in Shin Megami Tensei / Persona, it's like a weird, like, flying grey fish thing. When there's no corpse, a person goes missing. When a person's missing, people both... Yeah, anyway. Yep. When a person's missing, people both suspect they might be the culprit and suspect they might be victims. Sure, like the inside of cat box. The cat darkness inside of cat boxes and they'll never be open is where we witches, dreamers, and witches reside. You were a bit too slow, Miss Great Detective. This game is a fucking trip. And you call yourself members of the Seven Sisters of Purgatory. How childish. So stupid. Okay, other examples. Decarabia, Belial, Orobas, Murmur, Gremory, and Barbatos. Barbatos, that's it. Barbatos is in Fate Granddaughter. The joke is at one point, for one event, they bring him back. He's like a boss of one of the chapters, and then they bring him back as a raid boss. So, and like people just loved grinding the shit out of him because he got a lot of materials. So like the joke, and then when they reran the event and they're like, all right, come on guys, it's time to kill Barbatos like 5,000 million times over to get like eggs of truth or whatever the fuck. Yeah, Dekarabi is in Shin Megami well, I mean, I haven't. That's not true. I played the beginning of Shin Megami Tensei 5 like yesterday because it was on Game Trials. Seems interesting, but I don't know. Don't know if it's really going to be my thing. But yeah, that one's in Persona. Belial, I'm pretty sure. Orobas definitely is. Yeah. A lot of these are also in Castlevania. Of course they are. Anime fucking loves the Lesser Key of Solomon. They fucking love this shit. I know Pokemon ZA is also out. I'm still mulling over whether to get it. We'll figure it out. I like you guys in my chat because you're all like equally as weird fucking nerds as I am, and sometimes in things that I don't necessarily know about. And it's like, you know what? So you guys are actually getting enjoyment out of this, which I like. Like, God, you go to like a YouTube comment and like people are not that anybody really comments on my videos, at least like these things, even like the stream archives when I put them up onto YouTube, but like, you know, people, generally commenters and whatever, it's generally, you don't really get it. Like, people are actually into it. You just go like, oh, what's this game? Or, oh, you're doing the game wrong. But a thing like this, you can't play the game wrong. There's only one way to do this, and that's just read it. You can also not read, but it's true, actually. Yeah, she's got both the keys. Chinese Battle Royale. Who do you think is like that Records of the Three Kingdoms thing? Oh, the Long John Pan. That's quite a sophisticated analogy to hear coming from you. Yeah, that's definitely the ancient Chinese. No, I'd say yeah, the ancient Chinese literature stuff that I wouldn't know the references to, but like I know the fucking Journey to the West shit. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like I know like I was watching at one point, especially on the plane, I was watching the Lego Monkey Kid show, and it was like, oh, like there was a, they had they like showed the villains, and I'm like, wait, is this the Ox Demon King? Like the Ox Demon King from Journey to the West, and also in Dragon Ball. And if the Ox Demon King is here, that means Princess Iron Fan is also here. Like the Bancho fan in Dragon Ball, and also in the some like filler episode or something in Dragon Ball that I never watched in the end. Um, and yeah, then there's also what you call it, I have a friend really into one, and I have to say their casting of the Monkey King was on point. I honestly, I remember I got almost cancelled on Twitter for that. I was like, no, don't tell. Like, I was like, don't make Sean Schimmel voice the Monkey King. That's stupid. Sun Wukong and Son Goku are very different characters. You can't just say Sun Wukong is Goku. He's far more chaotic and silly and analogic and Buddhist than Goku is. There were three empires and records of the Three Kingdoms, weren't there? Yeah. The only thing I know about the romance of the Three Kingdoms is Lu Bu, and do not engage Lu Bu. I haven't even played Dynasty Warriors, but I just know that Lu Bu. Oh yeah, and one of the guys was in Fate Samurai Remnant as well. Oh yeah, and Kong Ming. Well, Zhui Yang. I don't know how, or Kong Ming, but because I know that guy. That guy is like the famous one as well. Wei, Wu, and Shu, right? Sounds just like us. So which empire won out in the end? Power that gained control in the end was the Jin dynasty. Three empires you mentioned were all destroyed. Oh. Yeah, Wave got possessed by him as well, yeah. But also, there was also there was that show, anime a while back, which was like, I forgot what it was called, but it was like, oh yeah, what if like Zhuge Liang becomes like reincarnated, gets sent into Japan and then like lets this girl become like a music sensation or whatever. Sounds really funny. Like, you know. I didn't know that. I thought one of the three empires won. Didn't the Wei have an overwhelming advantage? They had the position of emperor stolen from them, and their empire was subjugated and destroyed. The Sima clan, a noble family, the Cao Cao. Okay, no, I have heard these ones. Yeah, your boy Kong Ming, that was it. I was gonna watch it at one point, but now I think my High Dive subscription has finished, so I'll figure. I'll do it at one point because it sounded like fun. Oh yeah, because Sima Yi isn't great fate granddaughter. That's right, Rhinus. Cao Cao is mentioned in Fate Samurai Remnant. Because the archer there meets Gilgamesh and is like Gilgamesh is like, and then he's like, you kind of remind me of Cao Cao, so not in a good way. Eventually gained central control of the palace struggle and took over the country. So they were invited in as advisors, and they seized control. Gilgamesh, and the funny thing is, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is a different Gilgamesh from Gilgamesh Fate. Like when I heard that, I was like, oh, so is this like a Fate reference? But no, it was like it was like some like Japanese band called Gilgamesh or Gilgamesh or whatever the. I love this stupid weeb bullshit because it's so fucking stupid. I love it. Very interesting, Lady Lambda Delta. Oh yeah, right, because it's like me, because Lambda Delta was like, I'm going to help you, and now I've taken over the game, woo! I was a fan of that band before the meme, wow. You guys are old farts. That's fine, that's not a problem. It's probably why you guys are actually intelligent. The humans have confirmed the disappearance of Genji's corpse in the servant waiting room. They've started moving towards Lord Goldsmith's study. Riche, they're coming! Let them come, the humans and the witches of certainty and miracles. This is a three-way fight, then we've got humans, witches, and what should we be called? The thing we're protecting for the time being is Kinzo's phantom. So are we phantoms then? Meanwhile, me in my mid-20s, that's fine. Doesn't matter. You know, everyone is welcome here, unless you're like really rude. Should I end? Oh god, it's been over 2 hours. Do a little bit more. A little bit more. Father, it's Natsuhi. Morning. I get you. It's getting pretty excited. Well, it's also just like just generally, when I've been playing Umineko, I've only really doing for around 2 hours. After that, I generally kind of stop. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like also chat's become a bit lively now. Everyone's like actually has things to say. That's kind of nice. Don't tell anyone, but even though I work here, I sometimes forget that the master even lives here. Goda, it's not the sort of thing a servant should be saying. My apologies about him. I'm truly sorry. Who was the last person to meet father? And when? It was me, last night, up until the time of the uproar from when Battler found the gold. I was in father's study giving the daily report. It was at around 23 o'clock last night. No way around it. Let's open it up. So, both of the keys that can open this door are inside the study. A closed room. Good! It's finally starting to get a little interesting. It'd be pretty neat if Kinzo-san was lying on the bed there with his throat cut. You're being far too indiscreet, Erika-san. Anyways, you know this door can only be opened by the keys that father has. That means anyone, even a murderer, would find it impossible to even touch father from outside the room. So father must be okay. Yeah. as I know, the mystery novel with the most dead people in the serial murder was And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which had 10 deaths. In the realm of Japanese mysteries, it's probably the Tokyo Zodiac Mystery by Shimada Soji. Sorry, there's the Tokyo Zodiac Murders by Shimada Soji. Though there were less than 10 deaths in that one. I do enjoy it when they just bring up random stupid other literature real life shit. Did you know, if 13 people die, as it seems they will, it'll lead to the most famous and infamous and famous development in the history of the mystery genre. The completion of a 13-person serial murder case, right? Joke's on you, we've seen that another fucking 4 times before this. Like everyone is either. What about Well, no, I was gonna say what about Danganronpa, but first of all, I don't think 13 people die in that, and second of all, half of those are executions. There's only like 5 or 6 people ever actually get murdered in Danganronpa in total. The culprit in this crime is giving us an incredible challenge, one that doesn't even surpass all the mysteries throughout the world and throughout history. Danganronpa, didn't you finish that game? Yeah, I played that a few years ago. All 3 of them, but now the second one is getting a remake next year, so that'll be fascinating. If you like mystery, Christie's a must-read. If you're Japanese, then it's only natural that you've read Shimada Soji's work all the way through. Are you sure you've been reading enough, everyone? The grey serial killers are the ones selling the noxious poison, dihydrogen monoxide. 100% of people who have had who are dead have dihydrogen monoxide. And then there were none, the famous mystery novel about a bunch of dudes trapped on a rich dude's island getting mysteriously killed by Mayone. Is that the actual premise for that story as well? Because that's great. I love how the mystery, at least like these sort of mystery genres, are just like they're just fucking like. There's just so many levels of them making fun of other mysteries. It's like, there's just so many levels of meta, it does actually feel like you have to have read like every other mystery in existence because everyone's just poking fun of each other. It's useless. Sparta said the thing. Huh? Looks like you haven't read enough yourself. Did I say something wrong? What you were saying about the Japanese mystery genre. The real mystery is how anyone can keep up. Am I right? Oh god, definitely. Sakaguchi Ango's non-serial murders beats the Zodiac murders. The number of people was the same in both, right? They tie for the record, but non-serial murders was first published in 1947. The Zodiac murders was 1981. Holy shit, that would have only been 3 years before this. Erica, I think you shouldn't assume that everybody on this island is familiar with a book that came out 3 years ago, including the numbers of murders, even if it is a famous one. Like nowadays, yeah, in the year 2020 or the year like 2010 or whatever when this came out, it would be a decent expectation that everyone's read know about a 1981 book. But anyway, I'm thinking too much. If you know so much about it, shouldn't you have mentioned non-serial murders first? That's so totally lame. Oh, that's understandable. The crimes in Zodiac took place in 1936, right? It must have gotten her confused, right? They're just too good. Not bad, Peace Butler. I'm impressed. You must read a lot, don't you, Butler-san? Books? I hardly read those at all. You liar. You know quite a lot, don't you? I never say something as arrogant as, I'm a book reader. I'm a book reader isn't something a person who doesn't even read 100 per year should say so lightly, don't you think? Mere peace. Uh, anyway, we can't let such a massive crime take place. Window? Is there a ladder that can reach the third floor? Oh no, not the boiling room! Not the boiler room! Fucking somebody is always burning Kinto's corpse in the boiler room. Okay, I've got to get some breakfast, but I'm glad I could show a bit. Have fun. Alright, see ya. Valerie, you love aesthetics, don't you? Not as much as I love my cool handyman dad. You little brat. Sheesh, I just gotta show the son of mine my good side every once in a while. Bad go to son. Hold that ladder down tight. Make sure you're looking up, okay? I wish you'd tell me how my skating prowess is supposed to help me climb ladders. I am Mina Bauer, always the big pinch or whatever. What would happen? So, it's really the end for this room's barrier. The soldiers are scaling the ramparts, trying to reach the other side. The moment of surrender is truly right before our eyes. I'm prepared to be erased at any moment. We can't let that happen. You have to remain alive, even if it means crawling through the dirt. I'll think about what to do next. For now, escape from this place. Garp, I've changed my mind. I'll guard this place. Hide yourself along with Renove. It's just a whim. I'm not so fond of boredom that I could simply sip tea while leaving everything to you. I'll leave this place to you. I'm rooting for you. Take care. Yeah, please watch over my efforts to your heart's content. Lady Berncastel will probably start trying to expose Kindo's absence with a closed room argument. Beto will remember that. That's enough. Do it. Sure. Damn it, Dad. You better not complain after I smash it. Hey, it's the glass shattering. Just like the glass shattering in the Z scene transition. Dad, it's Rudolph. Answer me. This happens a lot in ninja movies. Someone finds the bed is still warm, so the occupant couldn't have gone far. As far as I can tell off the top of my head, Dad must have stepped out of bed several hours ago at the latest. Oh yeah, that's right. There's something I need to tell you, culprit son. I have a photographic memory. If you try to alter the crime scene by hiding some evidence, I'll know right away. Please don't slip up here and disappoint me. Any mystery where the whodunit is solved by a culprit's slip-up or misspeak is only third-rate, don't you think? I don't understand what you're saying, but try to refrain from incautious remarks. Father, are you there? Please answer me. It's okay, Natsuhi. No one would believe that I get dressed for a casual midnight stroll in a mansion where murder has occurred. Who would plan myself to do such a thing? It's okay, Natsuhi. You may remain calm. It's possible to prove that someone exists, but you can't prove that someone doesn't exist. In other words, the human world is one in which, regardless of whether something exists or not, you can make it so that they exist. And the shadows that can make such a thing exist are themselves the world of us witches, the world of demons. You mean a devil's proof? Yes. So don't worry. power of demons will most certainly protect you. This game. If it could protect the honor of my father and my husband, I wouldn't mind sacrificing this body of mine to demons. Your resolve is good. Don't be anxious. I most certainly will not let Kinzo be killed. I think that's enough. Ushirimiya Kinzo-san is nowhere to be found in his study. Yeah, we've searched everywhere. He could have been hiding. Silence, please. I'd like to lay out the situation. At 23 o'clock last night, the last person to meet Kinzo-san in this room was Natsuhi-san, right? Can anyone confirm that? Confirm? Yes, that's right. After all, the only one who claims that Natsuhi-san really did stop by at 23 o'clock last night is Natsuhi-san herself. There wouldn't be a problem if Kinzo-san confirmed that. Yeah, anyway. So, can anyone confirm that Natsuhi-san visited here at 23 o'clock? If no one can, we'll be forced to doubt whether Natsuhi-san really was the last person to spot him. Only the worst third-rate mysteries have the most suspicious person as the culprit. Natsuhi-san is suspicious? Oh, wait a second. How can you say that? Yes, though it's so simple it annoys me. Sorry to bother you with this TV drama quality evidence, but if you don't mind... It's about this morning. Please remember the time after the murders occurred during the big uproar that followed. We wanted to tell Kinzo-san about the crime, but he wouldn't come out. And then, yep. If we take the circumstances into account, then in response to the question, who met him last, it's very odd for Natsuhi-san to instantly answer me. But why? Why are you so sure that no one else met Kinzo-san after 23 o'clock? Ooh. Considering the circumstances, it was easy to suspect the last person to spot him of having some kind of involvement with the case. A normal person in Natsuhi's position wouldn't say I was the last person to meet him. A normal person would say, I met him at 23 o'clock. However, I'm not sure if I was the last person to meet him. Oh, shit. Something like that. Good! Claiming to be the last witness is usually quite difficult. That is, unless you know something that makes you sure there were no other witnesses after you. Yeah, if you knew father up and wasn't around at night, there's no way you could be certain he'd stay in his bed until morning, right? It really is. Like a third-rate mystery. You know, that thing they do in the last 5 minutes, where the culprit asks, when did you first realize it was me? And the detective answers, seriously, that's why I feel let down. It turns out Natsuhi-san's really the culprit. It'll be worse than a TV mystery. That's why I want to clear, yep. Kendo-san disappear, I wonder? Simply put, we haven't met him once at the family conference this year or last. That's right. I've suspected it since last year. Seeing as how my son and the others have just been killed, this may not be the time and place to press you on this. There's a chance this has something to do with the crime. It's possible that you have a motive for hiding father's death. Ishiramiya Kenzo-san. What is it, uninvited guest? You don't exist, do you? You're a ghost whose death was concealed by those humans who didn't want to be known because of the inheritance problem. Ghosts are supposed to quickly pass on to the next world. Even though this is the first time we've met, I've yet to give you a proper greeting. My apologies. Good day, pleased to meet you. And goodbye. Good day to you too. I'm the Ishiramiya family alchemist, Beatrice the Golden. I'll be your opponent in this fight from here on out. Glad to meet you. I'm the detective of this game, Furudo Erika. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And now, goodbye. So you're Lady Berncastell's next piece after Ange. I'm afraid I didn't get to fight with her to my satisfaction in the end. Oh, glad I'll be able to lock horns with you this time, Lady Berncastell's piece. The master is my almighty, omnipotent. A fool like you couldn't even begin to compare with her. I accept your challenge. Yeah, even in the mystery genre parallel universes like this have gotten popular lately. It's true. You know about pure reasoning space and all that? Okay. Ayatsuji Yukito doesn't make his debut until next year. You sure are quickly through. I have no idea what the fuck that means. You think you're on the same level as a witch? Don't be so full of yourself, you're mere human! So, this is that so-called blue truth. Well then, let me hear your views. You can't deny the possibility that Natsuhi met with Kinzo at 23 o'clock. During 6 hours or more before you pushed your way into the study, Kinzo had many chances to escape from it. Good. Start with the classic moves. I see. So that's what kind of space this is. In that case, I'll need a piece suitable for fighting a witch. I'm the detective. My role is to take on the human culprit. You are a witch. And there does exist a fitting piece to use against witches and demons. Let me introduce you. Miss Lanor. It looks like it's your turn. Who the fuck? Lanor? I thought so. I was certain you'd bring that piece in sooner or later. The 10 wedges in which to hunt witches. The Archbishop of Witch Hunting, Lanor! There's no more fitting piece in a battle against demons. I have my double, Erika, and the greatest natural enemy of witches, Lanor. I'm now taking control of the 7th rank with my 2 rooks. Let me show you Lambda Delta. And you too, Beatrice. Now you'll see how useless your struggling is. Alright, well, place your bet. Okay, sure. Hello. What do you look like in the original? Yeah. I mean, she's cute, but don't really like the leotard stuff. It's a pleasure to meet you. Lanor A. Nox is my name. Oh, is she like a robot? It's the first time I've met you, but I've heard all the rumors. The same goes for me, Miss Beatrice. The detailed materials Eisern Jungfrau has on you are summarized in 600 pages. I always read such reports, so this doesn't feel like a first meeting to me either. Secretary of Hell could summarize those. Anyway, allow me to. I don't know what's happening anymore. Miss Beatrice, I, Lanor, the head Inquisitor of Heresy, do humbly accept my role as your opponent. My first move is over. If you can't remove the blue wedge from that Furudo Eric over there, then you might as well tot it back up to heaven and get back to your usual boring job of stamping forms. Now that you've met up with me, this is your demise. Escape will not be permitted. None can escape. I'll be honest, my throat is sore. Maybe you know what, maybe I'll take a break and I'll continue this later. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just do that. Because my throat's hurting.